So, hey guys, a little update. I'm still traveling. I've just stopped to get gas, go to the bathroom, get something to drink. I have been driving, so that's always good. And so I think I'm good to go as long as there's no other stop traffic. But I wanted to make a little comment about it's been a crazy week anyway for me. It's experienced a lot of emotions that I haven't even really touched on. But I wanted to say this. My cousin Paul he was an awesome dude. I mean, I grew up with him and spent many summers and weekends and holidays with him. And I don't have a big family, so he was just my cousin. He was my cousin William Paul. And I have to say that he was a great guy. Everybody loved Paul. Paul loved everybody. He'd give you the shirt off his back if he thought you needed it worse than he did. And the way he lived his life reminds me so much of how my best friend Jennifer, who was killed in a car accident in 2001, May of 2001, they lived their life where they did what they wanted. They lived their life how they wanted, and they lived. So much that I was jealous. I was jealous of how they just lived without hesitations, without reservations. It must have been very, very freeing. And I hope that I can try to put some of that into my life before it's too late. It's pretty special. But Paul had lots of relationships, some interesting, some good. But Paul had relationships, and he had relationships, and our family is completely normal, regular folk, and our close friends of the family, and Deanetta's people, but Paul had some people that came rolling up this weekend, and they're everywhere. But so if you want to go to a funeral or a visitation, you can just come up to the funeral home. You can bring your dog. You can bring your Doral 100s or your Newports or your Marlboros, and you can just sit outside the front of the funeral home. You ain't even got to go in. You can just come out there and you can just hang out. Or if you're just sitting at home and you're in your sleeping dress or your pajamas, maybe you got your favorite UK sleeping pants on. They got some holes in them because they're your favorite pajamas. You've got on plaid pants or boxers and a t-shirt, a tank top. You ain't even got to have a bra. You ain't got to have that. You can just go up to the Dollar General, you get yourself some blingy flip-flops and put them on, and then you can just go to the funeral. You can just show up like that. You can just come up there like that in your UK hold-out sleeping pants. You can just come on up there, and you can come in and you can print your name in the guest book, and you can either pay your respects to the family, Deanetta, Paul's daddy and stepmom, or you don't even have to do that. You just walk around the funeral home. You can go from the front porch smoking your Dorals to the back smoking lounge, back and forth all day. You ain't even got to talk to nobody. You can just come up there and hang out in your sleeping clothes. You can just go to the Dollar General and get you some fancy flip-flops and put them on, and you straight. You can just come on up there, blend right on in. And you don't even have to, you can walk over from your trailer with your dog and your cigarettes, and you ain't even got to come in. Then you can go from the cemetery, or to the cemetery. You can go from the funeral home to the cemetery. This is part of the funeral. You can go up the hill to Union Chapel. You can go up to the hill to the cemetery. The preacher standing up there reading Psalms 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. No, you ain't got to want. You ain't got to want an old Milwaukee because you done brought your cooler with your 6-pack of old Milwaukee in there. sitting over there by my granny's grave at the foot of Aunt Janice and Uncle Wayne's grave, you ain't got to want that. You ain't got to want it. And you ain't got to want a shower because you ain't had one. You ain't got to want that. You can put your bandana on, Karate Kid style, and you dressed up, ready to go. You just come on up there. You ain't got to want nothing. That's all I can say about that. I got to get on the road, get to driving with my big red.